Legends, I hope you're all fantastic. We're going to check out some of the new Trem modes in the latest beta release for the Axe FX3. I'm playing my old Strat straight into the Axe 3. I'm going to go with the Vibroverb AB and the matching Dynacabs today. I've got a little bit of gold plate reverb placed after the amp and cab. Let's just hear the starting point on the neck pickup, then the bridge pickup, then the neck and middle pickup. I really like the low end on this. It's really nice and full without being too flubby or dark. But we are here to talk about the Trem, so let's get into them. I think the mode that was just originally called Tremolo is now called VCA Trem on here, but there's a new Opto Trem mode on here. There's still the bias trem and the harmonic trem as well as the panner, but the really fun sounding one with the Fender amps or with anything else you like is the neon trem, which is based off 60s Fender amp tremolos in there. So let's just start with the VCA trem. At the stock settings, I'm actually just going to roll through all of them in front of the amp, then we'll hear it with one of the new spring reverbs, the tube spring, and running reverb into tremolo is kind of fun because the trem will chop the reverb trails on there. So yeah, let's start on the VCA type. The Opto Trems sound really, really lovely. They've got I think what a lot of people would refer to as a lumpiness about them, whereas stuff like the VCA trem and the neon trem in particular sound a lot choppier on there. So what I'm going to do now is, you also heard the harmonic trem and the bias trem on there, because the bias trem, in a amplifier, or an amplifier as I should say, that has a bias tremolo, what it's actually doing is modulating the power tubes, or modulating the power supply to the power tubes, or some other process like that. The point is that it should probably be after the amp and cab on here, or at least after the amp on here. So let's hear the difference between, say, the bias trem and some of these new modes on here, running it after the amp and cab. Very subtle difference between running it before or after. I've also changed the reverb to the marble hall. So let's hear it with the new marble hall reverb. Then I'm going to kick in the bias trem and just cycle through the modes. If you're into your cleaner sounds or your kind of vintage Fender tones, I think you're going to find something to like out of those modes on there. Before I go though, I want to combine this. What trem do I have here? The neon trem. I think this is my favorite. I've cranked the depth up to 100, tempo at a 16th note, then I've got a tempo locked dual delay on here. After the amp with a really dirty amp, this is a really cool way to create some kind of choppy sounding textures in here. And I know a lot of people do like their pattern style tremolos on here with some dirt. So I'll turn the trem off and I'll turn the delay off. So let's just have a listen to what this does. If you've got any other questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know in the comments section below. And if you like what I'm doing here, links in the video description to support what I'm doing. So let's hear it.